bet. So
I would have got in to your right, where your arrows is. That first arrow. No. To your right. Yeah, I would have got in somewhere right there.
that's still not a
Well,
bad.
that would have been a good entry. That would have probably been a bad entry, huh?
No, because even if so, your stop loss needs to be outside your exhaustion zone. So that way,
Mm.
you got to be cool. Remember what I told you? You got to be cool with the market. You got to be cool. Like if you enter somewhere right here in the market fluctuating against you before it starts to flow in your favor. Like sometimes it's gonna take time. You know what I mean? Like that's just a part of the process. Like you gotta be cool with the red to be cool with the blue. You know what I mean?
Right. See, only reason why I thought I was wrong is because I thought you would wait for it to form the I guess a double bottom and then try to enter in at the neckline.
This is somewhat like a double bottom though. That's why I took it. Like
I
because
know, but you entered in on the right. You entered in far
right,
to the right instead of to the left.
I just waited. That's all. I just waited
Right.
because
Okay.
this was a tight area, so I had to be on like M15, M5 because this was such a tight area. Like all of this is tight. This is tight. But once we see that resistance was broken here, okay, we know that we're headed back. We're headed back for our uptrend structure just because we got point A, point B, point C, right? Then we got this
Mm-hmm.
pullback that was 100% retracement, right? Failed to make a new higher high. So even if you pulled your fibs out, your sub fib, your main fib is gonna be point A right here, point B right here, point C, right? But then because we failed to make a new higher high, our sub fib now is what we got to pull out because we're still working within the same zone, right? We haven't made a new higher high, so we can't pull out a new fib yet. We pull out a sub fib, point A, point B, another 100% retracement. So our bias is still towards that upside because we never broke right here. That's why I
Yeah,
was
I ain't
trying to
see. Look, I ain't never heard about that
yeah.
before. No
So
sub fibs or none of that.
yeah,
I only thought you pulled it one time.
yeah, I learned all of that the 5DC. So it's like even understanding this counter trend, right? You would have understood where you were at through all of this in this tight zone. That's when we had to be on, like I said, M30, M15, see more detail, right?
Damn.
So you can see the clear downtrend structure, see the break, that break of resistance, last resistance, made that new higher high, came back, failed to make a new lower low. So that lets us know, all right, buyers are, this lets us know, all right, now buyers are coming into the market. All right, boom. Then we see a break of resistance happen. Then we see that retrace happen. That's its 100% retrace on this time frame, right? Never failed to break because when we went to the 1 hour, we seen that was just tested. That's all we seen. Tested nothing went bearish, and that's when you got to understand your system and know your rules. Your rules is for this area to be considered broken, it has to be bearish with enough volume in it, letting me know that this bearish trend is going to continue. It didn't. It failed. It gave us bearish bullish, letting us know that this area maintained and held up for support. So with that being said, when we go back down to our lower time frames, we know where we're at in this area. So now all we're waiting for is some minor break of resistance. It gave us this little seller's exhaustion down here, close with no wick on the top. That's the
Fuck.
perfect fucking entry, bro. You know what I'm saying? Perfect entry, stop loss somewhere below that on the last support that was made outside that zone. You know what I mean? Because it's not so much about pips, bro. When you placing your stop loss, it's more about, is my stop loss in the right area? You know what I mean? So it won't get hit. And if it does get hit, I know that I'm totally wrong. You know what I mean? So that's the biggest thing. And then from that point on, you got your projections on the lower time frame, and then from your higher time frame, right? So you're just basically taking advantage of the area that you're at. You know, you're at the bottom of this consolidation zone. You understand that yes, you're still making lower high points. So sellers can come into the market. But the fact that you tested this point 3 times and you're seeing a bunch of bullish volume down here, why not go ahead, take advantage of it, be patient, and at least try to take that move back up to at least your trend line. You know what I'm saying? Does it make sense, or am I tripping?
It does.
All right.
That's why it's like fuck. I was seeing all of these You know what happened too? I think I had entered in. I had entered before it had started making the bullish engulfings. It had made that last bearish engulfing.
See, you got to remember that you're getting in on the third candle after. So just because that bullish engulfing pattern happens, or that bullish variation where it takes 2 to 3 or 4 candles to happens, you still have to wait till that candle after. Just because like those 3 candles happen. So for instance, like that 1-2 happened, right? I'm gonna be getting in on that third candle after, at the beginning of that third candle, to catch push up, to catch the volume up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting in before this candle closes. I'm not getting in, you know, especially on my entry time frames when I'm on that 30-minute. So I wouldn't have got in, but we was on that 15-minute when we was looking at that entry. Right, because we seen this. So I'm not getting in as this is fluctuating. I'm getting in when this closes. Boom, it closed. Third candle after, left that little wick behind. Boom, then I'm in. You see what I'm saying? So I'm in with this candle, going through this fluctuation, in the rest of these candles, going through that fluctuation, in through this candle. And then once I started to see some levels break on like N5, certain support points started coming to the market. Sellers started coming to the market for profit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I got to that new higher high point, that was my goal. You know what I'm saying, for this trade. It wasn't to hold forever. You know what I'm saying? It was just to get let's just take this move to our next high point, get out, and allow some more until it's time to, you know what I mean?
So where did you pull your fib?
My initial fib?
Yeah.
I had fibs. That's why I wish this shit wouldn't have deleted, bro.
Your initial fib and then your sub fib.
My initial fib is from back here. Our last like real pullback, so it had to be like, this was 23.6.
Damn, you put that bitch from right there.
6.
And that's on the 4 hour.
All right. Point A. Point B. That's my initial fib. With that negative 27, that's my goal. And then my sub fib, because it came back, tested at 88.6, never broke 100%, would have been point A, point B, point A.
How long was you watching it?
Huh?
How long was you watching it?
What you mean?
How long was you watching the chart before you or you always watch Bitcoin on the weekend?
I mean, I'll just watch it on the weekend. Like I'll watch it like throughout the week sometimes, like that too, you know. But I just seen I got on the charts and seeing like it was a good setup, you know. I seen it setting up, so I was just waiting. I was waiting probably since like Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah. Once it came back to this point, and then we were just sitting here all weekend. So I was like, man, this shit, it ain't.
It's about to go up, man.
Yeah, it was like, it's just holding this shit up all weekend. I was like, gotta at least get some kind of push, like, you know. So I just went for what I knew. But yeah, bro, a simple breakdown. Simple breakdown. Simple breakdown. Point A, point B, point C, point A, point B. Because we haven't got a new point B yet. So it's like we're still inside this zone. So even with this, can't draw a new sub fib yet because we still working within this zone. We just gotta wait for the buyers to come back into to see if it's gonna respect, you know, this kind of bearish movement that has been on lately. It's counter because it's just been super steep, like kind of counter trend.
Bam.
So it's gonna take time for the buyer to get back into this market, you know, especially when you retracing like 88%, shit like that. You're looking at a very slow retracement back to the negative 27%.
And now that I see, I'm looking at because I lost on fucking I lost on GN too. Had to be right here. Oh, there was one over Yep, I lost on GN too.
What happened on GN?
GN, I thought it was going to be a sell.
Damn, drop.
See.
You said GN.
You know, it's crazy. When I'm on a demo, I get it. Like, I don't know what the fuck it is. And then right when I press live, man, I lose all strategy, everything. Like, I don't know if I get nervous or like scared or what the fuck. I most definitely get scared because I be switching my trades. Because I had my initial trade was a buy, and I got scared because I seen some bearish engulfings and I switched it to a sell.
Yeah. So you still kind of on this downtrend structure. Yeah, point of resistance, some type of resistance up here. What's wrong, babe? She calling me? Probably she was just calling me. What's up with this? Later, bro. No, I'm talking about this shit acting retarded. I don't know what the fuck just happened. You see my screen still?
Yeah, I see it.
You see the charts?
Yeah.
I don't see the charts. That's all I'm like.
It's stuck, but
I see it now. All right, bet. Shit, all in the way. All right, bet. So yeah, So lower high, boom, went and pushed down, made this little level of support down here. So point A, point B first. 38.2 tested. So I still see bearish pressure. Where the fuck this shit out?
You said bearish pressure, right?
Yeah.
I had a sell in, and it had to be at the wrong time because it ate my ass up bad.
Yeah, it might have been too early because it's still. I don't know.
It was most definitely too early because I looked at the chart.
This shit not letting me goddamn do shit. Hold on, bro. There we go. I'm like, what the fuck?
I had got in damn man. When it first it dropped all the way to like the 1900 area when it first did that.
Hell yeah.
You see that shit?
Yeah.
So when it did that, I thought it was going to continue down. I had got in after the 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth motherfucking. I had got in on the fourth bearish candle, that small one, for a sale.
Where, right?
And that motherfucker shot back up
in this area.
I had got in. Okay, so when it dropped all the way down to the bottom, go to your left. Right. I had entered in for a sale right there.
Are you
And that
fucking
motherfucker
serious?
shot up.
Why would you enter a sale at 0%, bro?
I didn't have my fib pulled out.
Oh, okay. Like what?
So I thought it was gonna
You
continue to
gotta
go
think. You
down.
gotta think about it, right? Even if you're doing your fib from this first support, right? 23.6 never hit 38.2. That's gonna cause me to extend my fib. It's my new point B. Point A, point B. I'm not gonna be fucking selling at point B. I only want to sell at point C at my entry base point, and that's where it comes from writing shit down, bro, and really understanding like what point of the market am I in? Am I at an entry base point? Is this a point for me to be selling the market? No, not at all. This is where I want to be selling the market at. All in this area. Because I'm at the highest point. I'm at my 38.2. I'm seeing that it's respected. I'm seeing a bunch of bearish movement in the market. And I would just want to wait on some type of variation or engulfing or see what type of maybe a triple top pattern, something that's gonna give me some type of analysis.
You know what's crazy? It's because I don't even know the basics. Because what you saying is point A, point B, point all this shit. I don't even. That shit I never even been.
Yeah, that's just fib work though. That's just fibs. Like so, for instance, my goal, right? My purpose of Fibonacci is to figure out how far is this market gonna retrace. So I can't stand this shit, bro. This shit moving super slow. What the fuck is that? Huh? No, it's not even the internet. It's because I'm recording. There you go. But yeah, so it'll be point A. It'll be he can make me beat him up. Get out my spot. So those are the main points that you want to. Point C is where you want to get active at. Like point A sets up your fibs. Point A and point B just sets up your fibs. Point C is where you want to start looking to execute certain orders to get to that main TP, which is going to be your first TP, -27, your second TP, -61.8. 110 and 120 up here are your stop loss points.
So
that's how
this is
supposed to work.
That okay, so you pull it that way only when you're looking for sales?
Right, because the market's going down, so you want your 100% to be at the top and your 0% to be at the bottom, so that way you could track and see, okay, is the market pulling back 23.6%? Is it pulling back 38.2%? Is it pulling back 50%? Is it pulling back 60%?
I never fucking knew that, bro.
Of this entire move. You see what I'm saying? Because the 100% is the entire move. That's the beginning of the push. So that's the entire move. And if the market comes back and breaks 100%, then you know it broke structure. If it come back and for instance, that shit started retracing some wild shit like this and broke 100%, you know that it's no longer a downtrend. We're now looking for that uptrend structure. We're looking for a retest and go back up towards that uptrend structure. You see what I'm saying? But when it pulls back to 38.2, we're looking for that aggressive push to -27. If it pulls back 61.8, then we're looking for a moderate trend back to -27. So the higher it goes back into the PRZs, the longer it's going to take because it's going to take sellers to come back into that market. You see what I'm saying? Because when it's pushing up, it's buyers in the market. So it's going to take a minute for sellers to come back and regain control of that market. That's what Fibs is for. It's for you. It's a price reversal tool. So you're tracking how far does this market reverse, and then you're having projections based off of where the market respected, being like
Okay.
38.2 and you know 61.8, whatever. So that's why I told you when you're at 88%, like we was looking at BTC off the subfib, when you're at 88%, you're so close to that 100% that you can actually up your lot size because your stop loss area is like right there. So if the market's at 88%, you have better risk to reward getting in at 88.6, 78.6 than you do 38.2 because you got all of this fluctuation room. You got all of this fuck up room. That's what Q calls it, fuck up room. But if you right here by your 100%, you know this is the major resistance area right here. You could take advantage of it and take it down to negative 27, negative 61.8. You just got to know the projections and be able to sit through the price movements of the market, the volatility levels.
Okay. Yeah. See, you got to walk me through all the basics, bro. All the little fundamental shit. Because apparently I ain't got it down yet.
Yeah. So that's stuff that you look for. And then what you do is you line up other areas like this. You be like, all right, well, I got a certain point of support that was once right here. And now if I drag that over to the right, it becomes resistance to a sense. See what I'm saying? So it's like
Right.
you never put all this shit together so that way you understand what price is being respected, what certain price is being respected.
Damn.
And that's where you base your moves off of. Base where do I don't want price to go. I don't want price to go back up to 95.27. So I'm gonna be looking at stuff that's gonna help gauge towards my bias, whether it be, you know, a little trend line or something. Whatever the case is, understanding where's my main support at, what has to be broken, what's my goal is to make a new lower low, right? And just see how the market reacts to these certain levels. Because if the market is still making lower highs and lower lows on the lower time frame, then that's going to build up towards the higher time frame.
Damn. All right.
So yeah, it's just really spending time with your tools, man. Spending time with fibs, spending time with your technicals, and rereading. I mean, not rereading, but recharting. You know what I'm saying? Looking to the left a lot, not being afraid to zoom out some and try to see the bigger picture of what's going on. So yeah, that was just bad order placement. I would say that was just bad order placement. You tried to sell at support. We don't sell at support. We sell at resistance. We buy at support. You know, and those are things like I told you should have on your whiteboard and things that you have jotted down. So before you enter your order, you have something that you could look over to make sure that you got your mental checks. So that way you're not entering impulsively.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, man. Like the money gonna be there, bro. Like you know that already. So it's like all you gotta do is do the right thing over and over and over and over again. And if the shit ain't looking right or lining up with your system, your rules, then it ain't meant for you to be trading at that time. That's how you become more consistent instead of just chasing trades and chasing the markets and like, nah, you don't even gotta do all that. Like, just wait for shit to line up the way that you've been taught and take full advantage of it.
Right. Yeah, bro. Yep. Well, shit, I'm about to get to analyzing.
Yeah. No, that's smooth, bro. That's smooth. Yeah, just get active. For sure.
That's what I'm about to do. All right. Well, shit. Let me jump on this motherfucker. If I have any more questions, I'm gonna hit you.
All right, that's a bet, bro.
Sometime during this week.
All right.
Let's try to tap back in sometime before Friday.
Yeah, no, I'm with that.
All right.
All right.
All right, go.